There's just something about porcupine meatballs that takes you straight back to a kitchen with avocado green appliances and a linoleum floor worn softly at the stove. The whole house would smell like tomato and warm rice and something deeply, unmistakably right. They were never fancy, and that was part of the point. It was just dinner, the kind that filled you up in ways that had nothing to do with hunger. We're keeping this one very simple. Just a quick note before we get started, nothing you see here today is sponsored. These are simply things I use in my own kitchen because they work for me. If you're new here, I'm Dawn. I've had a passion for cooking for as long as I can remember, but I'm not here to teach you how to cook. I'm here to teach you how to get away with it. Today, as part of the Nostalgic Comfort Food series, we'll be using a couple of different shortcuts as we bring together a version of porcupine meatballs that keeps the comfort and skips a good bit of the work. Be sure to stick around for dessert, especially if you like lemon as much as I do. For our first shortcut, we're going to be using pre-cooked frozen meatballs. We're going to start with a little cooking spray. And we're going to put the meatballs in there. All right, it's only been about 4 or 5 minutes. Now, we're going to add in the 3 cups of tomato juice, a couple tablespoons of tomato paste, 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, and about a 1/2 cup finely diced green peppers. Get this mixed together, and if you want it thicker, if you want a thicker sauce, just put in some cornstarch. Use a little cornstarch in chicken broth or cornstarch in water, cornstarch in beef or vegetable broth. Any kind of liquid will work. Make yourself a little slurry. Before this starts to boil, I think I'm going to put on an apron. I don't need tomato on my shirt. To me, this just doesn't seem complete without some garlic. So we're going to put about 2 cloves of garlic in there. A comfort food main dish needs a comfort food side dish. I've got some fresh green beans here that I've cut up. I've added some sliced onion and a couple of pieces of bacon. Doesn't matter if it's cooked or raw, you just need the flavoring. We're going to put in a couple of tablespoons of water to help it steam. Turn on the heat and let it steam for about 3 minutes. All right, let's get it plated up, shall we? Little basmati rice. Now I chose the basmati this time because it's got a longer grain to it, and I thought it would represent those porcupine quills a little better. Time for those meatballs. Oh man, does that aroma bring back memories? I can't wait for you to make this. All right, let's get them on there. Look at that. Let's make sure we get lots of sauce for that rice. More of a gravy, but it's still saucy. Like me, there we go. Now our side dish. Love the green beans with the bacon and the onions. The perfect balance of the bitterness from the beans, the smokiness and savoriness of the bacon, and the sweet yet tangy of the onions. Takes me back to the 70s. Oh my God, I just dated myself. Here we go. This is exactly what I wanted. This tastes like comfort, nostalgia, like a warm hug from my grandma. It's perfect. It's dessert time. And if we're faking the effort for dinner, dessert shouldn't be a project either. We're making molten lemon curd mug cake. Translation, a fluffy vanilla mug cake hiding a warm, gooey lemon curd center. Now this looks like a bakery level dessert, but really it only takes 5 minutes and 1 mug, okay? We've got some flour, some milk, some butter, an egg, some baking powder, salt, vanilla, lemon curd. Did I say sugar? We need sugar. We're gonna start with the 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, which I melted. We're gonna pour it in this cup. Gonna pour in the milk, the vanilla. Gonna stir those up, whisk them around a little bit. Next, we're gonna put all the dry ingredients, 1/4 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're gonna sift those together. All right, I'm gonna take this egg, put it in the mug, break it up, whisk it in. Need a pinch of salt in there. I almost forgot, didn't I? Mix that in. Baking powder is not gonna work without it. We're gonna pour that in there, mix it in. You see that? See how it's getting nice and smooth? Oops, making a mess. You're gonna mix it till it's just smooth. You don't want to over mix it because then it will turn out rubbery. Next, the best part, lemon curd. We're gonna put a healthy dose in there. Big heaping teaspoon. And because I like lemon, we're gonna put another half. And then this goes into the microwave. And we cook it for 1 minute, 20 seconds. So we're gonna have to stop it before it's done. Myself, I like to put my mug cake on a plate. Look at that. That is some scrumptious. All right, we're just gonna sprinkle a little powdered sugar over that. Time for that sweet bite. It's really hot. Oh boy, I don't know which one I like more. So listen, if you want dinner that's impressive yet comforting without turning it into a major production, look no further. And join me next time on Counterfeit Kitchen to see what we shortcut next. If you have an idea, put it in the comments below. Tell me what you want me to shortcut, and I'll help you look like a chef with very little effort. Go on, get away with it.